What do you think about the whole Diddy trial right now?
The Diddy trial, man. The Diddy trial, that joint, that's interesting, man. Because for some
Yo,
reason,
this
yo,
is crazy, man. Yo, it's crazy.
that for some reason I think he's gonna get off, yo. It just feel like,
For real?
yo, it just feels like you just seen Kanye West come to support him.
I know.
That was crazy. But shit like that, don't get it fucked up, because Kanye West still hold a lot of weight. Y'all can say he crazy and all that shit, but Kanye West, Trump is his best friend. And Trump, they even said Trump is ready to pardon Diddy. If y'all ain't know that, Trump is thinking about giving a pardon to Diddy if he go to jail. So,
Well, last I heard about that, he said that like no one's asked me yet, but it would be something I would have to think about or something like that, right? Didn't he say something like that?
man, if he thinking about giving Tory Lanez, if he thinking about pardoning Tory Lanez, he's gonna definitely pardon his perv brother. Come
Yo,
on.
because they did have somewhat of a relationship in the past, right? Or I guess because Trump was real respected in hip hop before the presidency and all that, right? Like
Oh
everybody
yeah.
was rapping like, "Yo, we want to make money like Trump." We this and like you see him
Oh,
like Fresh Prince. See him taking pictures with people and all that, you know.
everybody was hooking him up with all the hip hop girls. So,
Oh, come on,
so
don't go there, don't go there. No, no, no,
that's what
come
it
on,
was, bro.
man.
They was hooking him up. You know what I
No,
mean?
no,
R.
no,
Kelly, all
man,
them
no.
niggas, they was hooking him
No,
up with all
no,
this.
no, come on,
Yeah,
come on, man. No, no,
what?
no, let's not go
It's
there.
for
All right,
real.
back to
It's
Diddy though.
real.
All right, but to
Back
Diddy,
to Diddy.
have you been reading like the statements that have been made on the stand from like Cassie and like the assistants and all that shit like that,
Yeah,
and Kid
man.
Cudi and
I
all
think
that?
I think Cassie, Cassie. I don't know, man. Cassie, I mean, no woman should have to go through that. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be abusing no woman. That's just my take. You shouldn't be. But she remind me of one of them prostitutes trying to steal the pimp's motherfucking money, his drugs, and everything. And I think that's why Diddy really got mad, because she took his bag of drugs, she took all his pills, everything. Cause it's like, yo, if you wanted to leave, why did you have to take his stuff? Just grab your bags and leave. You know what I'm saying? If you tired, you're not gonna take drugs and stay. I mean, I could get it if you addicted, you know what I'm saying? Because at this point, she's already addicted. So the drugs is one thing, but you took everything. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at two sides of the story. You know what I mean? Like people that live that street life and know about you just know about that life. They know how that get down. You feel me? In some ways, Diddy look innocent, towards the way she was acting. Cause Cassie liked it fucking. Cassie liked it doing all that kinky shit. Don't get it fucked up. She stood
Well,
there.
it seems like you have to analyze it from the span of the entire relationship, which was what, like 10 years or something like
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
So it's like there were times where she was into it to
Mhm.
make him happy, and then there was times when she wasn't, you know. So it's like I don't know how you. I guess they say like all she needs to do is say no one time, and if she's forced, then that's
That's it.
considered right. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So,
it.
but it's like a slippery slope. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like yeah.
Look, man, the decent girls that's really decent women that didn't want it to get abused or nothing, you gonna know from the jump. They're gonna let you know, oh no, I ain't doing none of that. That shit ain't happening. You feel me? You ain't fucking me and your friends and that. You know what I mean? They gonna nip that shit in the bud from the rip. But she stood there, you know what I mean? I hate when people say, oh yeah, he got her when she was naive and all that shit. At what point in time does it hit you like, yo, you got to get away from this because this is getting worse? You know what I mean? The sex games is getting worse. The getting high is getting worse. The addiction is crazy. You feel me? Because even Diddy was addicted. You know what I'm saying? So him being addicted made him more of a fucking sex perverted nigga. You know what I'm saying? And in the real world, some of the shit he was doing ain't really perverted. Cause you got niggas out here that's freaks. You know what I'm saying? They freaks. Women is freaks. You feel me? And that shit is kind of the norm. You know what I'm saying? Like if you a freak in the bed, it's kind of a plus. You know what I mean? But to take it to the extra, the extra world, you know what I mean, that some of them niggas is living in, then that's crazy. You know what I mean? With some of the shit that they doing. But I don't know, man. I just feel that Cassie, if she really wanted to get out, she would have been got out a long time ago. To stay all them years, that mean that she liked it to a certain
Well,
extent.
you got to look at the psychology of it, right? So it's like when you're in an abusive relationship, um, there's a lot of different layers that go to it. Why people go back to their abuser and everything, but at the same time, I think that it's been painted too black and white in the situation where it's like, oh, she's just completely without fault to anything, and there has to be a little bit of accountability on her part too.
Exactly.
It's a little
Exactly.
too much where it's like it's just Diddy
Yeah.
and that's it, but there is like accountability on her part too because she admitted she did like it, some of it at least, right?
Oh, she did
So there
admit it?
has to be. She said that she on the stand, she said, that she wanted to make him happy. So she did enjoy it. There were times that she, was into it, it seems like. But
Right, right.
so there has to be some accountability for that. What did you think about when they were talking about Kid Cudi's car getting blown up? And he gave the testimony for that though, bro. So I mean,
Um,
and the assistant confirmed it too.
I believe, nah, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. You gotta understand, man. You know, he did a lot. Did he come his father was gangster. You know what I'm saying? So, his father was gangster. Just cause he looked the way that dancing nigga got money. So, money go a long way, man. And listen, that jealousy and that rage, that'll cause a man like him to do anything.
That would cause a
Yeah,
nerd to go do something. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like let's
I
not
make a lot,
forget that
yeah.
love
Yup,
and jealousy and temporary emotions and
yup.
all that shit like that will drive somebody
Oh
to
yeah.
do something to put them in prison forever. I feel like this case is so crazy because it's like it could go either way at this point. Now we're not talking. We know that Diddy did a lot of fucked up stuff, right?
Mhm.
And you could call him a piece of shit, but do they have enough to convict him is the real question, right? You gotta look at it like from my man Denzel's perspective, right? It's all like it's not what you know, it's what you can
Yup,
prove.
yup. What you say? Yeah,
That's yeah,
my
you gotta. That's what it is,
yeah,
right?
it's true.
Because we all know it's not about just morally correct,
Yeah.
right? It's like yes, morally he's been wrong. He's done a lot of bad things, but
Hmm.
legally, what can we prove to really show that he is exactly what we say he's guilty of? you know
Hmm.
and that's what it comes down
Yeah,
to. Now I think that they've made some real good points throughout the trial,
but
but at the same time I do think that there's stuff that we thought was going to be stronger that hasn't been.
I just think right now I think they winning. I just think the angles the lawyers is come. Like, I just think they winning. You saw at first he looked it in the first day or two. He looked a little bit distraught. He like wasn't there. But now you see him. He calm. He collective. They teaching him. They teaching him very well. He not even looking at the jurors no more. You see him. He like, man, I don't give a fuck who's the jurors. He not even
Well,
looking
because
their
the
way.
judge told him that he can't do that. He like was saying that the way he was
But
looking
it
at him was
don't
like
matter.
threatening.
But it don't matter. That's the part that I'm trying to say. It don't matter. When they used to tell motherfuckers like, yo, don't look at him, you still be trying to get your message across. Diddy is too, he's flawless right now. He looking real good right now. You feel me? he and then Kanye came in and you know what I mean? I guess, you know what I mean, that electrical perversion just kicked in and you know what I mean, it kicked them to high gear and then that shit some they got some type of energy there cause yo, he's to me, he's winning. To me, he winning. He really is.
Have you watched the interviews of the Punisher?
Which one?
The guy that
The boy,
that
yeah.
testified,
Yeah, the main one.
had the interactions with Cassie
Yeah,
and Diddy and stuff.
yeah, the one that was nailing the shit out of her. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And then he revealed that like he would bust on her, and then she admitted that Diddy would like the
yeah.
semen on his nipples and shit like that.
Hmm.
Pause is just
Yeah,
disgusting. Like,
yeah.
bro, and
Nah, niggas, yo,
wow, bro, yo.
but that's what I'm saying. Like there's men out here, like, well, mainly white boys. There's white boys that like seeing Spanish or black men fuck their wife. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's just the truth about it. They want to see,
Like they get off on like the skin color
yeah,
difference and all this shit like this.
exactly.
It's weird, bro. It's like
Yeah,
it's some
yeah,
weird
you know what
kinky
I'm
shit. I
saying?
don't know.
They either want motherfucking, you know, a black man and shit, you know, Shaka Zulu, or they want motherfucking Hector Lavoe. Like, yo, sing while you hitting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I want it. You know what I mean? Busting ass. But for real, nah, for real, yo. And yo, that's just
Sing
perverted
bailamos while
niggas.
you hitting it. Bailamos.
Start hitting the bongos out
Never
that motherfucker.
digging your asshole into.
Nigga be hitting the ass cheeks like bongo.
I know, right?
Shit, niggas, and the motherfucker be sitting on the couch jerking off like, yeah,
Yo,
like,
that's what the Punisher was saying about Diddy. He was in the
yeah,
corner with the Astro Glide and shit like that. He
yeah,
had the veil on, and
yeah,
yo, that is just
yeah,
crazy, bro. Like,
yeah. You could tell Diddy liked it all that. You know what I mean? You could tell he was gay from day one, though. You know what I mean? Like, but
I'm telling you, but like now, like you can't say take that anymore because this motherfucker. Like,
but that's why he really was saying that shit. That's why really that shit made sense to him. You know what I mean? And shit. And then that's why you think he Biggie? Because Biggie was like, nah, fuck that, nigga. Now I know what you mean by take that, nigga.
oh man, come on, man.
Like, nah, Biggie
All
saw too much shit.
right.
Biggie saw too much shit. And Biggie
Well,
and
that's
Biggie
why they
wasn't
show that
having it.
picture of Biggie like looking at Diddy like in a you see where his eye is like he's keeping his eye like on Diddy.
Yeah. Yeah, the motherfucking that nigga used to keep the jacked up eye on Diddy, like nigga, I'm
Right.
watching
They
your
said
ass,
that
nigga.
he's not cockeyed. He's just had to keep his
Yeah,
eye
you
on
have to
Diddy.
keep that eye on Diddy, because Diddy, boy, that nigga, he might have tried him. That nigga was trying everybody. That nigga was perverted as hell, bro. So if you know Diddy was perverted like that, can you imagine Trump and these other niggas?